time is now. It's about to go down. You hear the knocking. Open the door. Because we're breaking down the walls. And everybody wins. We'll reach the unbanked. On the road to mass adoption. It's closer than you think. So join the hollow gang and pick up the phone. With endless possibilities, the sky can't hold us down. And mobile miners, instant payments, gig economy. The $3 trillion enablement currency. And not just numbers, we got love in our community. Prosperity for all, I'm claiming it to the world. Electroneum, game changer.
Is raising awareness.
Ground shaker. It's the currency of the future. Ain't no stopping the revolution, no. Financial freedom to our people all over the world. Everybody rise up all over the world. Can you feel it in the air? It's only a matter of time. Cause there's no other, can't compare. Y'all better fall in line. Cause everybody wins, we'll reach the young base. ETN is transforming lives and climbing the ranks. We got that master plan, don't nobody sell. As we stand behind our fearless leader, Richard L. Mobile miners, instant payments, gig economy. The $3 trillion enablement currency. And not just numbers, we got love in our community. Prosperity for all, I'm claiming it to the world. Electroneum, game changer. Electroneum, ground shaker. It's the currency of the future. Ain't no stopping the revolution, no. Financial freedom to our people all over the world. Everybody sing the anthem. Everybody, Electroneum. Come on, game changer. Game changer. Electroneum. Ground shaker. Ground shaker. It's the currency of the future. Ain't no stopping the revolution, no. Financial freedom to our people all over the world. Everybody rise up. I can't tell you.
He's a tech-savvy guy, gonna show you the way. You better load your bags, cause crypto's here to stay. Listen up, gonna teach you about this and that. But he's just a goofy guy in a straw hat. So join in and have a laugh. It's gonna be a good time, that's a fact. Information and crypto parodies. Sit back and enjoy the show. You just never know which way you'll go. So get ready for Digitspin crypto.
All right. How you doing, guys? It's Dino, Digitspin Crypto. Let's make sure my microphone's not too loud. I think we're in pretty good shape. Now, I'm just a goofy guy in a straw hat. I'm not your financial advisor, so don't pretend that I am. Let's adjust the seat. Okay, there we go. A little too tall for the subject matter there, for the camera at large. Wow. Man, I love playing that song. I love playing that song in the beginning. Logan Thomas, he did a great job. Great job on that. The Electroneum anthem. It's fantastic stuff. So lots of good stuff been going on. You know, if you're using your Telegram, you would obviously be attached and see all of the good stuff that transpires on the Digitspin Telegram channel right here. And there's all sorts of good things. It's free, don't cost you anything. You'll see it in the description below. You can click on it, get all the best news right off the bat. Right in the Digitspin Telegram group. It's a good group of folks, and we try to help each other out and talk about all different types of cryptocurrency. So feel free to join, be part of the fun and the action. Of course, you'll want to definitely subscribe to the Digitspin Twitter if you're using Twitter. This way you can see all the fun tweets that are sent out by numero me. Let's take a look. We're gonna go over a couple things tonight. I want to talk about the Friday news release. That was always good. You know, it's always good. I'm Mr. Ali Yakuna, the PR manager for Electroneum. Every Friday releases some good information. And each and every week has been fun and exciting to see what he's going to come up with and what Electroneum is doing behind the scenes. Those guys are always working hard, and you know, some of the stuff we guessed at, some of the stuff we kind of had hints and were told things were coming, and there's things that are in left field that we know nothing about, and the public doesn't know anything about, and it's good, and it's good to see these things show up and pop up, bring a little excitement to the table. I see a few of you guys out there. Let's give it to Frederico. He was number one on the channel today, so good for you, and God bless you. He always tells me, and I appreciate that. I need all the blessings I could get, especially in 2020. It's been, I've had much better years. I've had better years, definitely, and I'm sure a lot of you could say the same. It's been a challenging year at the minimum. And I'm going to be honest with you. I just got back from England, visiting the Electroneum headquarters, and it's October. What the heck? Where did the year go? I don't know if it feels the same. Do you guys feel the same? It felt, you know, it just felt like it disappeared. We didn't have a chance. So let's take a look and see what Electroneum has to say this week. Let's move me out of the way here, and we'll take that out also. What I'm going to do is, let's bring this in a little bit so we can read it a little easier. There we go. All right. So Electroneum this week came out with some really interesting news, very interesting news, and you have to wonder what they have in mind. And their big thing here is Electroneum closes a deal integration with a trendy blockchain game. So it's not going to be, you know, some of the games that you get off the Apple Play Store or the Google Play Store. It's going to be a blockchain game. I'd be curious if you guys want to throw it in the chat, probably this way or that way. Yeah, probably that way. I don't know, because I haven't seen where the placement is. But throw it in the chat. I know where it is on my screen, so I can get that. And let's take a look and see what you guys think. Curious. There's a trendy game. You would tend to think, I'm gonna have to do a little research. Maybe we'll take a look after we read this and see if we can come up with some guesses. But it's going to be a blockchain game, and they're going to integrate Electroneum into it. So that's a good step. Let's see what they have to say. The team has achieved a listing onto an up-and-coming crypto exchange that would make Electroneum accessibly globally with several fiat currency pairs. So this particular sentence is basically, and I want to give you my the Digitspin read between the lines type of thing here. The team has achieved a listing onto an up-and-coming crypto exchange. This kind of tells me it's probably a new exchange. That when they say up-and-coming, that kind of leaves me with the impression that it's relatively new, but is going to be doing some good things, or will I guess market itself or something in that arrangement. I would assume there'll probably be a limited amount of coins that they're going to be offering, but Electroneum is going to be one of them. One of the key things there that is very interesting to me, it says that would make Electroneum accessible globally with several fiat currency pairs. Okay, so that tells me that this particular exchange is going to accept users globally, which means to me, European Union, United States, South America, Africa, Asia, the whole ball of wax globally. But some of the key things there is, if it is global, that means that the U.S. folks would be able to use it. So, I don't think that what they're referencing here is going to be any of the established, based on that one sentence, doesn't appear to be an established giant exchange. Appears it would tend me to believe that it's a relatively new exchange that's coming out, and they're going to be listing Electroneum. I think one of the biggest key focus here is that if it is accessible globally, which I'm not going to doubt Electroneum, but I'd be curious to see when it's done, all said and done, that U.S. folks would be able to access it, and that kind of tells me that this exchange is probably going to be all KYC'd. Because if they're going to allow EU and the United States, I would tend to think they're going to be a KYC'd, because they're gonna have to be reticent of all of the logistics for following regulations. So look forward to like I said, the KYC issues when connected. It's not going to be some small off the side. It looks like they're going to obviously do everything by the book if they're going to allow U.S. folks into the mix. All right. In the coming weeks, Electroneum has some game-changing integrations and collaborative agreements to announce. So that's kind of interesting, including a couple of ventures into gaming, and a very significant partnership with an up-and-coming global cryptocurrency exchange. Jillian Godsill, who recently joined the team in an advocacy role, has been intensely seeking partnerships and collaboration opportunities among her vast network of crypto and blockchain entrepreneurs. So this tells me, obviously, that Jillian probably flagged down Electroneum, and she knew of this blockchain game, got the two together, and they worked out all of the details to be able to put together something that included Electroneum. So that's kind of exciting. Hopefully it'll be I'm really curious. I can't wait to get to the chat to see if you guys had any ideas, but I'm curious what the game will be. There's no record-breaking games that are in place as a whole for blockchain games, but there are some popular solutions out there, or games to play. So it'll be an interesting thing to take a look at. Now, one of the cool things is that I was able to I was able to invite Jillian for tomorrow to interview her. We're going to record that. I'm sure she can't tell me much. And if she did, I wouldn't be able to broadcast it until after that point. But the fact of the matter is, we'll see if we can get her opinion on that, and hopefully next week I'll be able to release that if everything goes well. Now, I did also have an interview scheduled on Wednesday with Maddie. But as I was driving, I went to go pick up some plastics at the plastic distributor, because we're building props and what have you, and we were going past an accident. I was doing about 10 miles an hour. Accident's in the right lane, and so I'm driving up on it, and the cars want to get in this lane, and so she wanted to get in there, but saw that I was there, so she wanted to make sure that she snuck in right behind me. And if there was a car behind it, she was going to push that car out of the way. So as I drove by, she went to push that car out of the way so that she could get in next right behind me. The problem is that I was towing a trailer. It wasn't stopping, and she wasn't going to push it out of the way. So she just drove into the side of my trailer. And as the trailer went by, it just crushed the whole side of her car and scraped it and turned it into tinfoil. People need a little more patience when they drive. And look where they're going. I don't know how she did that at like 8 or 10 miles an hour. We had to be doing 8 or 10 miles an hour. I don't know how you could be so blindsided with determination to push somebody else out of the way. You don't realize it's a freaking square box trailer that you're driving into. So I lost the whole day Wednesday waiting for a tow truck to pick up the trailer and the police to show up to write the accident report and yeah. So I lost out on being able to interview Maddie. We had to reschedule for this Wednesday coming up. So as long as I don't get hit by an asteroid or something like that, I'll get Maddie in there too. So I'm looking forward to talking with Jillian, Miss Jillian and Mr. Maddie, and passing that good stuff on to you as soon as that gets recorded. I'll try to get it out as fast as possible. The good news here is that Electroneum held meetings this week with the CEO of 2 blockchain projects, and again the blockchain game and the crypto exchange. Jillian explained that the gaming opportunity does not only represent Electroneum with a path into gaming in a very significant way, but also to users. Integration of ETN into the game is already a done deal. So it's not a matter if they sign this contract or they make this arrangement. It's obviously been negotiated. It appears to me that the code's already been written, and it's just a matter of, I guess, a release. The part that thrills me the most is that people who love video games can earn crypto by playing in the game. So that's kind of interesting, and I guess you'll be able to earn Electroneum with this game. That'll be kind of novel, kind of a neat way. I don't know if there's extras. We'll have to figure this out. They have a lot of different games out there where you can buy your character and then have them fight with each other, and then you can earn monies in the events, or cryptos in the events. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. I'm really pretty excited about it. I can't wait to find out what it's all about. Wish I had time to play games, but we'll give it a try. In places like Venezuela, those earnings amount to more than the minimum monthly salary. So I guess you'll be able to earn. Obviously, the Electroneum will have to come from somewhere. or whatever the crypto is. In this case, we're talking about Electroneum. So obviously there's some kind of trading and buying of stuff, and then you can earn it back. Don't know. We'll have to find out. But it'll be pretty exciting. All right. Miss Godzilla says she is thrilled to work with Electroneum and pleased to expand its presence throughout the blockchain and crypto industry. So congratulations to Miss Jillian. That's pretty awesome that you already been able to bring some excitement into Electroneum, and we thank you for it. All right. Let's see here. Miss Jillian says, delighted to be collaborating with Electroneum. It's a project I have watched from the get-go and love its approach to helping others. And now that she's working closely with the team members, she can see the actions are genuine, spirited, and inclusive. This is going to be my most exciting time in the blockchain space. I'm so happy to be part of this community. And yeah, Electroneum got a great community, and everybody works hard to help others and to scoop up their Electroneum and to do donations, to bring the information to others. It's a great group of folks. I enjoy the Telegram channel, talking to everybody on a daily basis, along with Twitter. Okay. Jonathan Marriott, a lot of you guys, if you're on Twitter, you want to make sure that you follow Jonathan. Jonathan is the marketing manager, along with Ali Acuna, who's the PR manager. Both of these guys are top notch. Jonathan's been making some big splashes since he's handling things like bringing on influencers, YouTubers, and all sorts of interactions, and he knows what's kind of coming down the pathway. He's been throwing out little tidbits of information, which has gotten a lot of people excited. So we love Jonathan with the mustache. Just look for the handsome guy with the mustache, and make sure you subscribe to him. All right. He's also been hard at work carrying out meetings with top crypto exchanges. All right, so this is important, and we all know Electroneum was waiting to get their legal opinion letter so that they can apply to be on some of the larger exchanges, especially in the United States. It appears clearly that Jonathan, he's been carrying out meetings with the top crypto exchanges, so that's a good sign. And I believe that Electroneum announced that the letter is incoming, and that they will distribute that to all the different exchanges that they're going to apply to. So we'll have some of the top large crypto exchanges in hopefully the near future. I'm hoping to see that in place by year end, and from the verbiage that I read, I think that's a very real possibility. All right. Now, also, he's been talking to more influencers to bolster the campaign that we already have in place. So that's good. I see Jonathan actually dropped a couple of tweets just even today asking, which influencer. They're supposedly going to announce one very shortly. And was asking, do you guys know who it is? Let me know if you think you know. And so it'll be good to add a new influencer. They've been adding influencer like one every 2 weeks, every give or take. And these have been some pretty top-notch folks, from Maddie Greenspan to some of the other folks that they've added. It's been amazing and pretty exciting. So you got Bad Crypto out there, and a few other guys that have joined. So, all right. They also announced their presence on Probit, and Probit, I believe that's in Korea, South Korea. Supposedly it's a reasonable exchange in South Korea that gets used. I think it came up as number 3 for South Korean exchanges. They have just shy of 1 million users at 800,000, and every exchange, even if it isn't the best in the top, every exchange gives opportunity, gives an attack surface for Electroneum to be noticed and to be able to be purchased by folks all over the world. Now, this is something I've been interested in. Mr. Marriott also provided an update regarding the Ledger wallet integration. And again, unfortunately, the Ledger team has informed us due to COVID-19, they have a huge backlog of reviews. So, their expectation is early next year, first quarter of next year. I kind of figured that. I work with PayPal and all these, any of these larger companies, PayPal is in freaking distress right now. It's 2 hours to be able to talk to my wife had to stay on the phone for 2 hours to get somebody to talk to, and when she talked to them, they had no idea what was going on. People have did chargebacks. There's accounts closed. It's literally a war zone in the financial arena, and it's gonna be a tough next year. Also, I'm telling you now, it's gonna be a tough next year, guys. Don't kid yourself. But companies like PayPal are in complete and utter distress, and I've tried to contact many others, even my workers' comp company, and all of them. They're all working from home. Nobody knows what they're doing. It's a disaster when you have these larger companies. It's just not sustainable how they're trying to do business, and they're imploding. A lot of them. They're just not able to keep up with the situation. So, it's not an unreasonable thing to know that Ledger is going to be a little bit behind trying to get the integration. Now, I'm pretty psyched about it and definitely want to have that happen. I can't wait to use my Ledger for my Electroneum, but you know what? It's not stopping me from doing anything at the moment. I know it's inbound. It's going to be here. It's the situation. It's always the situation. There's always something that challenges life, and it is what it is. All right. He said, Jonathan also said he received several positive responses from offerings he believes could be announced within the next 8 weeks. 2 of these offerings are about new ways to spend Electroneum, and one has to do with the way to earn Electroneum. So, obviously, communicating with folks, they've been able to, they obviously have a lot of pokers in the fire, interest. More and more folks, as they see what Electroneum's doing, how popular it is, they want to get involved, they want to incorporate. And this is good when Electroneum will start to have partnerships with other organizations, other crypto companies, other ways of doing things. And this is pretty exciting. Now, 2 of these offerings are about new ways to spend Electroneum. So, this is good and this is important. A new way. Well, you could take your phone and you can bleep, bleep, and send out the money anywhere you want. Send out the crypto value anywhere you want. But now we're talking about a totally new way to spend Electroneum. So that means it would probably have nothing to do with the app. So I have a lot of ideas, but I'm going to keep my mouth quiet at this moment because, we'll have to wait for Electroneum to discuss it. But they have another way to spend Electroneum. It's going to be pretty fantastic, pretty exciting. And it adds to the value of Electroneum Any way you have off ramps is important and makes the coin more valuable. And another way to earn Electroneum. So this will be pretty exciting. Right now, obviously, you can use any task to be able to earn some Electroneum. So we'll see how that works out. And obviously, they were talking about earning it in the video game, in the blockchain game. So that may be what they're referencing here. That would be my first guess. The guys in the tech department, Barry Last says that he's currently testing the KYC system updates. So this is good because, you know, we all know, those of us that have gone through the KYC AML process know that it works. You know, I did it right away, so I probably beat the rush, the big rush. You know, I beat that rush, but there's a percentage of folks that run into difficulties. A lot of folks don't know that, you know, they take the picture of their driver's license. A lot of folks don't know that they're taking a movie and not a picture, and to kind of rotate the camera around so that the prisms and the laser reflective material shows up, because the video is looking for the reflective. So by rotating the camera a little bit, it'll pick up on all that reflective material that's built into the licenses, and you'll get yourself verified faster with Yodi. But you know, we don't know what they're going to be going to, but it looks like they're obviously upgrading the system, which will be a big plus. Anything to make it easier, make it more functional for folks. The system updates are in progress. We'll test them first and allow support time to take a look and get used to it, because it's going to impact them the most. Once the staging testing is complete, we can have it released. And the changes to the Electroneum app. So there's going to be an app upgrade, so you'll want to keep an eye out for that. These are taking shape, and we have a few things to adjust in line with the KYC AML. So the app itself, you know, you might, instead of going to another app, you might be able to get KYC AML directly in the Electroneum app. We'll have to see how that works out, what their new integration is. But the fact that they're upgrading the app to include the KYC AML updates kind of tells me that there's going to be a more streamlined integration directly with the Electroneum app itself. AnyTask. From the AnyTask team. AnyTask sign-up process has been simplified to make it easier to use AnyTask. That's good. The previous process was too long. Asked a lot of questions. And it really focused on Electroneum. So now we only ask for an email, password, and a username. Other information we need to collect about the seller is now part of the seller sign-up process. Mrs. Hardy also announced that the reinstatement of the fees for purchases on AnyTask, we now charge 6% in fees to buyers. And when we enable ETN payments, buyers paying with Electroneum will only pay a 1% fee, saving you 5% only for sellers. For buyers. If you're a seller, you pay no fees. So you earn the full amount. And that's a good thing. We like when that happens. Good for you, Electroneum. All right. And of course the user base. 4,000 new people. Hey, my Electroneum phone turned on. Let's see, did I win anything? Apparently not. Let's power off. Let that thing charge up. So right now we got 4,062,000 users and 2.6 or almost 2.7 app downloads, which is pretty good. So it's about 1,100 people a week continue to sign up. So that's impressive. That's good. Good for you guys. With more media and ad campaigns to roll out, Electroneum, in theory, should show more significant user growth. So this is good. This is good. This is good. All right. So we got through the basics. I do want to take a look at the price. If you guys take a quick look, Bitcoin, as we were talking, doing its thing, doing the Bitcoin thing. You know, I saw that jump up this morning. It broke out of the triangle, carried for a little bit. Then this afternoon it pumped again, and just before the show started, boom, we hit again. We're at 11,390. I think we're going to hit that 12,000 mark. It's a good possibility. Really want to see 14,000, 15,000 as we hit the end of the year, and I'm hoping that that can happen. It's going to be tough sailing to do that, especially with the election this year and all the world events. It's going to make it a very tough year for anything to do with finances. But if they start, doling out more money, stock exchange goes up, crypto's going to go with it, and we'll see where it goes. Stop selling your Bitcoin, because all you're doing is giving it to Grayscale and these other banks that are looking to buy crypto up cheap. They're buying it. Companies are starting to buy it. Was it Square or PayPal or whatever? They're buying the crypto. Grayscale's buying crypto. You had that other digital company bought some crypto. They're all going to start grabbing a hold of what they can. Unless you're trading it on a daily basis, just hodl and hold it for 8 years, and you'll be in good shape. Telling you now. And when we take a look at Electroneum, I'm going to give you a little feedback here. So, if we take a look at Electroneum, I'm looking at the daily. All right, and when I took a look at this, clearly we're in a basically your average or level pennant, and we're gonna see a breakout. So apparently, between now and you figure the 23rd, 22nd, 23rd, Electroneum has a tendency to break out early. It's my best guess that with all of the good news and the things that are going to go on with Electroneum, we're going to see an upwards breakout. At least that's what I'm hoping for. But based on this, definitely we're going to do something. And you want to keep an eye over the next 7 to 10 days. I'm going to put it probably 5 to 7 days as my best guess. Now, why do I say that? We have a decent amount of volume that's going on, so that's in our favor to break to the upwards. And if we take a look at trading view directly, if we take a quick look at that on the MACD, and this is on the daily, we're going to see a little bit of more of a dip. In my estimations, we could go down to the 46 on the sats. That would probably be the lowest level. It seems to be holding this support line pretty well, because that support line's been going on since April, where you could have picked it up for around 26 sats. That's where I picked up some by myself. But that support line has been holding, especially over the since August. So, it's been well over 5-6 weeks, and the support line's been holding. So I'm hoping that it'll continue to do as such. And so if you see the MACD, we're going to get the cross. We're going to expect some some sell-off here. And my best guess is that it could go as low as 46. Or it could kind of fluctuate in this area, still this 48 range. But if we start to look at the weekly, which is important, the MACD on that is basically coming to a bottom. We had an oversold condition when the price went up, to over that 1 penny, and it sold off. And basically, at this point here, we're starting to see the curve, and we're going to have a crossover on the MACD. So the weekly, on average, will give you at least a month of positive buying. And so, you're looking at, by the end of this month, again, it all comes to that 20th. This is the reason why I'm saying the breakout. if we're in there, we got another week in here. After the 20th, we're going to start to see some upward momentum. We're going to also see a lot of new news. So my best guess and read on this is we're going to start to see some upward price pressure for Electroneum towards the end of October and going into November. And we'll have to see if that all turns out. I don't know if we're going to have a little price bump here, or we're going to have some of these good pumps. Historically, it's been when it goes, it gives us a nice little pump there. So, and we get a lot of value when the time happens. But look for it. After the next week or so, right after that, look for some upward price movement with Electroneum. I am. And as soon as I can get back into KuCoin, we'll take a look at seeing how much Electroneum is available, and I'm going to definitely put in my purchase order for some Electroneum as we go along. So that's my read on that. Let's take a quick look at the chat and see what you guys got going on here. All right, let's start off from the bottom. I see Frederico, and again, you was number one. We appreciate you showing up on the show there. We got Relaxes out there. We got Timo. Hey, Timo, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Crypto Man's out there. World Citizen, Houghton Campos, Brew, the Bra, XRP guy, Chris J's out there. We appreciate you guys stopping by. We have about 22 folks watching the show at the moment, so I appreciate each and every one of you that are joining us tonight. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer those for you guys, and we'll go from there. All right. World Citizen says, Dino, could it be true? I need some good news this year. Everything's true. I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot that's going on behind the scenes still at Electroneum. Every time I think that they're all right, so they shot their load, that's it. They got more stuff coming up the pipe. It's they've been very impressive to me. With their activity, even though they're all working remotely, they're still getting a lot of stuff done, and just having a lot more influencers involved is really awesome. Let people understand and know what's going on with Electroneum. Folks get educated. Once you know about Electroneum, you're gonna want to be part of it. That's the reason why you and me are here. All right, because we see it, we've known it, we've known this for years. So we've seen everything that's been going on, and other folks are going to want to be part of it because it's solid. It's a solid project that's actually accomplished stuff and making things happen for others. And with these advisors and evangelists that they've brought on board, they can set up and get links, business links to other projects. Hey, I got this project over here. This would be a good fit for Electroneum, and vice versa. You all know that the community loves to make suggestions. We all of us throw them in to Electroneum. And Sully's out there making suggestions, and I'm always throwing my 2 cents in there. Crypto Dog and Crypto Man's out there throwing in ideas. So it's we're not shy when we see something good. So there's going to be a lot of good stuff, guys. A lot of good stuff. I have to be very careful, and I have to say this right off the bat. In case you're new to the show, I do have an NDA with Electroneum, and I get told a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of stuff I'm not told. And the problem lies is that I have to be careful that I keep everything into the proper lane, because I like to talk about that subject, and I don't want to accidentally say something that I was told over here and so I have to do a lot of reading to see what they release, because I know what's coming down, and then I can't tell you about it until they start to write stuff about it, okay? Because then it's public knowledge, and then I can start to tell you about, my thoughts on what's written, okay? And so I have to be very careful, and sometimes I wish I wasn't in the NDA, because then I could just come up with all sorts of theories and ideas, and hey, I think they're gonna do this, and so it does kind of keep me on a leash, because sometimes I'm afraid to say stuff that I don't accidentally say the wrong thing. So I sometimes pull back and not provide information, only because I don't remember where I heard it from or read it or whatever, because there's just so much going on with Electroneum. It's every week there's been some exciting new news, so I'll do my best. There's so much more I'd love to say a lot of times, but I have to temper it, and but there's a lot going. I hope I answered your question. But yeah, it's good news for this year. I assure you, it's good news for this year. Absolutely, 100%. All right. You guys crack me up. Let's go back to this here. Hey, hello. All right, so we got Houghton Campos. He's out there. He says, hello from Brazil. All right. Good to see you. You made it from Brazil. I guess it's late for you, right? It must be, 10 o'clock or 10 or 11 there. p.m. at night. I would guess at 10. Well, welcome to the show. We thank you for visiting. It's always good. Obviously, you'll want to like and subscribe or dislike or whatever you think is appropriate there. But you definitely want to subscribe, especially if you're hodling Electroneum. You definitely want to subscribe to this channel. You're going to get the in-depth review of the information. I try to bring you timely stuff and try to break it down succinctly for you. You want to get that information so that you can be aware of it, and you'll only be able to do that by hitting the subscribe button and put on the bell notification so that when I come out with an Electroneum video, you're first to know about it. All right. Hey, Paul's out there. Good to see you, Paul. Always good when you stop by. All right. World Citizen says, yeah, that song is awesome, Dino. Yeah, Logan's top notch. He's a brilliant guy. He's also the author of the Digitspin Crypto intro song. I did add a little bit. I did the video, but Logan's far more talented than I shall ever be. Any of you guys that have watched the Fast Red Lambo song that I did, you all know that I'm not the best singer, and but I do all right with the lyrics. I think I did okay with the lyrics. It was pretty good. But Logan's, he's what's called a professional. Yeah, Bro XRP says Electroneum and Ripple on the same stage. Bravo. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I know a lot of folks out there looking forward to XRP moving forward, doing good this next bull season. And I have a very small supply of XRP. I've always I've admired it, but I've never put it this way. I ended up putting whatever little amounts that I had into the Electroneum. I thought it was a pretty good project also, but there's a lot of great XRP folks out there that are real excited to see what XRP does going forward. They're both very similar in certain ways, but going about integrating into the world differently, with XRP attaching to the banks and trying to be a standard of cross transfer of monies, no matter where in the world or through whatever banks. So Electroneum's doing it a little bit differently, but both of them are pretty amazing projects, and I think you can't go wrong with either. But it's good to have you on the show, Mr. XRP. Let's see here. Crypto Man says, "Hey Dino, you came on just in time. Haven't been home and out on the loop all week. Looking forward to a recap to save a lot of reading." So, all right, there you go. So, good. You haven't had a chance to read it, so hopefully you got all the newest information for the Electroneum Friday news release. Yeah, Crypto Dog saying, "Hey, AnyTask is the real proof of work. It's looking good lately." Yeah, I'm starting to see more and more articles referencing AnyTask. I saw somebody posted a video. Somebody posted a video. I think it was on the Digitspin channel. I don't recall. I remember seeing it, and it said, how to get the, if you're a provider, how to do the best work, when you're working with Fiverr and AnyTask. So AnyTask is starting to be named in the same sentences with Fiverr. So that's good stuff, right? AnyTask is going to do pretty well. I know Crypto Crow's been talking about AnyTask, and I think he sold a shout out recently. And does that on AnyTask. I'm going to probably follow suit. I think that's a pretty smart idea that they came up with. I'll probably do something where you can sponsor a Digitspin show, or I don't know, for $5. We'll talk about your AnyTask. Give you a 30-second or 1 minute blip about your AnyTasks. What you could do on AnyTask. I don't know. I'll come up with something to make it cheap and easy for people to do something on the show. And if they want to run an ad or something, maybe a 15-second ad, it's this much Electroneum, what have you. But I think it's a smart idea. I'm gonna have to look into that. Should have thought of that. All right. Chris J says, "Yeah, Electroneum's a hollow rocket." Absolutely. And that's why you want to be part of it. Right there, Chris. World Citizen says, "Yeah, make sure you hit that like button, guys." It's real simple. You just you bang it right out, subscribe and like. Who am I to tell him he's wrong? Let's see. We got Rich Wealthies out there, and Rich Wealthies going, "What's up?" Let's see here. Rich Wealthy says, "Did you catch Richard drinking a beer during his last interview? He's awesome. Just a regular guy working hard to get ETM up there." Richard is definitely not just a regular guy. He's a really talented guy. He's a smart individual. Has done very well for himself in his lifetime, and but he does not come across as an unapproachable, unfriendly. He acts and is very much, a very natural and unassuming individual, with just a lot of smarts and determination. And when I went to the Electroneum headquarters, we got a chance to speak with Richard. He's very personable, very likable, very entertaining, and I'm sure as a boss, he's very demanding and very on point. I have a feeling that you get the job done for Richard, or you don't have a job. But so that's why he's in business and he's doing well for himself. But he's definitely the type of guy you'd like to have a beer with. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I don't doubt that at any point. I personally, I like Richard a lot. I like the whole team. There wasn't anybody at Electroneum that made me go, I don't like that person. When I went in there, the managers, they were all cheerful and wanted to talk with me. Some of them, saw my show. Some of them didn't. the Ali Acuna. This is he's a straight shooter. He does everything he can to do everything correctly and right. He's it's probably the best job that he's seen in years, because there's a lot of camaraderie in the Electroneum headquarters. Everybody has the same goal in mind. As far as Ollie's concerned, I think the world of Ollie. Jonathan's eyes brightened up, and he was like, "Dino, never met the guy before." And he wanted to talk with me and tell me about what was going on. They're all so positive. It was such a good experience to meet up with everybody. It really is, and it made you feel really good to know that they're excited about what they're doing there. They innovative with what they're doing there. I think that I'm a relatively bright guy. I have ideas and I throw them up, and hey, how about this, guys? Half the time they've already beat me to it. Oh, we already looked at that, Dino. I'm like, well, what do you mean? Yeah, they're on top of stuff. And then the developers, you got Andre and Chris Harrison. These were really down to earth guys. I can't tell you how much of a pleasure it was just to meet them all. I love talking with Chris and talking to tech. See what was going on. I gotta get him back on. I'm gonna see if I can get him on live cam. I don't know. Hey Ollie, if you're watching, I want to interview Chris again. He's just so full of ideas, and really smart guy. I'm sure the girls love him. He's a handsome chap. So, geez, what would it be like to be 30 years younger than I am now? So yeah. And we got he's having a beer with Funky Ben. All right, I get it. All right, let's see here. Oh, the Crypto Dog saying, yeah, a lot of companies use overseas customer service, and that's been shut down. Yeah, a lot of companies do use but even the companies here that are in the States, it's in the States here, it's total confusion. I'm gonna tell you something. It's mass confusion. Even with me, I usually have 18 folks running right now. I'm working with 8 because I just can't bring back the rest. I'm not generating enough revenue to do that, and even for us, we get backlogged trying to get things done because we have a limited staff. Everybody's trying to do 1.5 jobs. I'm doing 4 or 5 jobs. And it's tough. It's tough. It's really put the kibosh on a lot of stuff. And right now they're not even looking to do events look at Comic-Con. They tried to do a virtual. It's like both Comic-Cons, the San Diego and New York. It's turned into nothing. It really hasn't been very effective or useful. It's the best they can do. But live events are not going to start happening until March. That's what they're scheduling, and that's where they want it to start to happen. That doesn't mean that it's gonna start happening. And the movies. Don't get me started with movies. The Hollywood. Not very happy with Hollywood. The wholesale destruction of previous legacy movies, just constant remakes, the lack of vision. It's they're pathetic, and then they sell out everything. They do all this social justice stuff here in the States, but they'll sell out in China and all this other stuff, and do as demanded, because that's where they want to get money from. So it's all fake. They have no what they say they believe in, they don't believe in, because when it comes to money, they'll stop doing it. So it's so they're taking a hit. People are fed up with it. People don't want to go to the theaters. Hollywood doesn't want to release the movies into the theaters. They're putting some on the on demand, on VOD, and you know, they're taking a beating. I think Disney here just recently just laid off all their part-time folks, another 25,000 people. It's gonna be tough. So if we're lucky, we'll start seeing things maybe go back in March. We'll have to see. Hey, we got Fabio is out there. Fabano. I'm gonna try to do that. Well, great to the channel. We appreciate you for coming and visiting from Brazil. Hey, Duncan. Hey, my buddy Duncan. Hey, what happened to your picture, Duncan? Can't crush your head. I wanted to, you know, usually I do the crush Duncan's head. Crush. That's from an old Saturday Night Live skit. Sorry, it's like, yeah, we glad you made it, Duncan. We always love you out there. Electroneum Philippines. Hey, we got you guys out there. Great to see you. Appreciate you stopping by the channel. We got Jay Sullivan's out there. We appreciate you stopping by the channel. And Pugsy Random. I'm here too. Yeah, we appreciate you. Daryl Saw's out there. Hi, Daryl. And he's from Australia. We got a lot of guys out there from New Zealand and Australia. I guess this time frame kind of matches up for you guys for tomorrow. You guys are back to the future. You're a whole half a day ahead of me. Pogsy saying, feels like ETN is the new XRP, but without the market cap. Good news does nothing. Well, it's XRP without the market cap. That means when it picks up, there's going to be significant opportunity and benefit for those that have them sitting in their pocket. You mark my words. The reason why you're not seeing a whole lot of gains at the moment, and this is my personal opinion on the matter, all right, the U.S. folks have a difficult time being able to purchase it at this point. There's very limited options. Now, obviously, they're looking on fixing that, and it looks like they have this new exchange that will accept global purchases and global customers, so that'll be a good start. But the truth of the matter is they've got to get on to some of these U.S. exchanges, because it becomes extremely difficult to purchase Electroneum on the existing exchanges, and you know, we want to see that move forward. Then Electroneum spent most of their time building the infrastructure, trying to put everything together, making something that does something, instead of just hyping a coin that's sitting on, you know, as a token, it's sitting on another blockchain and it does nothing. It's just hype. Ultimately, look at all these DeFi products. It's just hype. And now everybody's whining and complaining how much money they got the rug pulled out from underneath of them and how much they've lost. There's only a few folks that made anything on that, and it was because they knew about it first. They got in that first 24 hours and then told everybody else about it. You go back to my videos and you'll watch it. I have a video, yield farming. It's sucker farming with an S. You're a sucker if you bought these coins, and people kept buying them, and then now they're out tons of money. Whether it was a rug pull scam, defective code, there's hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars was lost by average Joes because they were greedy. Don't be greedy. Just put it in your pocket, sit on it, look at a project, see what they're doing. Make sure that there's 50 people working there, all right, like Electroneum, all right? Make sure that there's a staff like XRP, and see that they're doing something. See that they have a product. See that they're interacting. Do they have payment capabilities? Does it work? Are they providing solutions for real world problems? And Electroneum, XRP, they're both doing that. All right? That's where you park your money. If you just bought the coins, whether it be Bitcoin or whatever, I see all these people losing money. I go crazy. If you just bought the coin and leave it alone, go watch Gilligan's Island or what have you. Come back in 4 years. You'll have more money. It'll be worth more. Instead, they sit there and they gamble it like they're in a casino, and then they have nothing. Silly. We got, let's see here, Tatelstai from Texas. Thanks for visiting the show. Appreciate you stopping by. Chaz is out there. Chaz is saying, "Don't worry, Dino. Just tell us everything. It's okay. We are in a dream." Yeah. No, I wish I could tell you everything. I can't tell you everything. But I'm buying Electroneum. Alright, Rich Rolty. Rich Rolty says, "Hey Dino, can we get ETN into Coinbase? Too many little nothing coins in Coinbase. And Electroneum with all its products and services should be in." You noticed that too, right? Well, I have to be careful how what I say, so let me think about this. Okay. Richard has said many times that that they were applying at Coinbase and Bittrex and other exchanges. Don't doubt that. Now, just because you have applied doesn't mean you're going to get listed. Just because you applied doesn't mean you're going to get listed tomorrow. All right. The fact that they're waiting for the letter to be faxed over, I believe, is the last thing that I was publicly announced. Is that they're waiting for the letters to be faxed over. Once they have that, they can send that with an application. If I was Electroneum, I would send it to like every Bittrex, Gemini, and every Coinbase, and everybody on the list, and then wait to see who comes back, and then I would primarily focus on one or two to get it started. I would tend to think that the exchanges would love. I know Bittrex is sending out emails or tweets or telegrams saying, "Hey, if you got a coin, contact us. We'll get you listed," and it goes from there. Now, why does Electroneum need a letter? If you were a coin that transferred other coins to purchase Electroneum or to have Electroneum reserved for you, that then brings you into question. So only projects that had fair startups, that started at zero, Bitcoin started at zero, if you mined it, you got some. All right? There's, it can be run by the community. So those get instant listings. You got Bitcoin, Ravencoin, even things like WebDollar. It was a community start. It started at zero. All right, there were no coins given out for an exchange of something else, whether it be a dollar bill or whether it be other cryptocurrencies. So once you have that exchange, now you have to have the opinion letter, and this is where Electroneum wants to make sure that they got all their lines crossed, all their dots dotted, so that if and when the boogeyman jumps out, they have some reference material. They have a reason. Yeah, this is us. Please take a look at this. To try to make their life a little bit easier. The more work they do up front, it's gonna be a lot easier later on. When the SEC jumps out from behind a tree. It's as simple as that. I would bet dollars to donuts that they've definitely applied for Coinbase, because it would make the most sense, and I believe that they actually stated as such. And I would tend to think that Coinbase, with appropriate letter, would love to have Electroneum. So I think it would come down to is when. In my personal belief, I think it could definitely happen with Coinbase. It's just a matter of when, I think, is the question. And that I can't answer. Alright. Old Citizen says, Hey Dino, blink twice. If we holders will be rich. Listen, I'm going on the belief. I'm not telling you what to do with your future, but I'm going on the belief based on what I see being announced from Electroneum, what I see them doing, what the direction they're going, how they're getting in more influencers and YouTubers involved, and other types of media involved. Now that they got a solution and a product, now they're going to start to blow their trumpet and let the rest of the world know about it. Let the influencers discuss it, bring them up to speed on it. I find it very difficult to believe that anybody holding Electroneum now will not see a benefit in the period ahead. I don't want to put a date on it, but I find it really, really difficult to believe that there won't be a benefit to all this coming together. And, you know, we felt excited about Electroneum in the past because we see it and we're close to it. But this time it's a big wave difference. You know, Electroneum said that they were going to get the word out. They were going to get influencers. And I was like, I hope so. You know, we've heard the marketing thing before. But, you know, they're delivering. And they're bringing on a lot of top-notch folks. They're delivering beyond my expectation in regards to that. The product speaks for itself already, so I find it almost implausible that there won't be a benefit to somebody who's holding Electroneum. That's my personal opinion. Kiwatwave. Dino, is supply an issue? I'm assuming you mean the supply of Electroneum. No, I really don't believe, because once everything's in place, you're going to need the 21 billion coins. There's only 10 billion in circulation, and if you look, there's plenty of projects that have that quantity of coins. The issue, they're going to need them, absolutely. And it's good that they have them in place. The issue I think we have here is, you know, there are people that say, oh, there's no liquidity. I can't sell 10 million coins without driving the price down. And I'm thinking to myself, you shouldn't be able to sell 10 million coins without changing the price. If you look at it, if there's 21 billion Electroneum, all right, that's a 1,000 upgrade from 21 million Bitcoin. Okay, so if you're trying to sell 10 million, that's equivalent to 10,000 Bitcoin. Like, if you look at it weight to weight, if you were to make them equal, if you make a stack of 1,000 ETN to every 1 Bitcoin, right? If you went on the market and tried to sell 10,000 Bitcoins, you're gonna move the price. All right, and that's the most liquid thing that's out there. This gets me crazy. All right, the problem is that you can be a whale in Electroneum at an itty bitty price. Okay, you can be a whale if you have 5 million Electroneum. You got a good percentage of the coins. That's a lot of the coins. Because there's only 21,000 million bitcoins. So the fact of the matter is, if you got 5 out of 21,000, that's a decent percentage. And you shouldn't be able to sell that many in one swap. Even though it's only, what, $25,000 worth of coins at the moment, which is a lot of money for for a lot of people. But there are whales out there that 25 grand, put on my credit card. They can buy that. All right, that's a lot of coins in percentage of total availability. And so there's plenty of coins out there. I think you need more trading. We want to see more. Liquidity is gonna be tough. Yeah, I think it can be tough because a lot of people are they're holding on to their Electroneum. There is some that you're seeing a flow of money that's going along, being interacted, purchasing. It's starting to make things happen, which is a percentage of the coins. And keep in mind, there's only 10 billion circulating. So there's. I don't think you're going to get a lot of extra coins just being tossed out there. People are not going to part with them, right? Not yet. Until the price hits at 50 cents, the dollar. Then you're going to see people selling them. All right, you're going to see a little more liquidity. All right. So the key here is as more people get involved. And people are like, I know I'm not selling my Electroneum for under a penny. I ain't selling it for under 10 cents. At 10 cents, maybe I'll sell a little bit. I don't know. Just a little. I'm holding out because I know in my heart that we'll see a $1 Electroneum. It could take 8 years. But at that $1, I have a place to live. I'll die on a mattress in my house instead of on the curb. Okay, it's as simple as that. All right. At my age, maybe I got 20 years left. All right, so I want to make good use of it. That's my personal opinion. You guys crack me up. Let's see here. Duncan goes, "Hey Dino, we'll all sign the NDA." Tell us. Mr. Cryptastic, Greg, glad to see you. Glad you made it to the show. And he's glad to see you live. Let's see here. Removing the U.S. exchanges from their timeline is a red flag for me. Announcing so many things and at the same time no words about U.S. exchanges going live is terrible. Yeah, why don't you just wait to see what they announce, okay? There's a lot of people putting the cart before the horse. Electroneum has everything coming out that will integrate and work together, rest assured. Now, a lot of the times we're looking at third-party companies to make those things happen or to activate their side of it. So some things may come ahead of, it was scheduled out or it was, planned to have happen. But, sometimes this part gets delayed because that company is, and especially now with the corona. So some things are going to come online before other things. It's not a problem for Electroneum. It's not a terrible thing because it's coming. All right? Hang tough. Have faith. I don't know. I don't see how you could see all of this good news coming every Friday. All these great things happening. And still feel that it's described as terrible. I can't get to that same place that you're at. I find that a description of how things are going. I can't follow you there. I just can't. But appreciate your comment. All right. Let's see what here. Crypto Man goes, Dino isn't lying. I constantly tell him not to say anything to make it easier on him. It's much more fun being in the complete unknown with all the speculators. Yeah. I there's so much I'd love to say, but I just, I can't. And there's a lot I don't know. For everything I know, there's a thing that I don't. And I find out, closer to its release, or not at all. It can be just a surprise. But it's what I do guess and hear. It's good stuff. It's all good stuff. All right. Rich Realty says, good night, Dino, your show rocks. YouTube channel, best YouTube channel for sure, hands down. Thanks, Rich Realty, we appreciate you stopping by. Crypto Dog goes, so Dino, you're telling me throwing 3 Bitcoin at Bacon Coin was a mistake? Did you get a rug pull? Anybody that is on my Telegram knows I was furious. All these elastic coins and food coins and yield farming or sucker farming coins. It's just god awful. Stay away from it. Anybody that got greedy and jumped in at the end point took a bath. But no, don't go buying Bacon Coin. All right. I would rather see you buy XRP or Electroneum. I'd rather even see you buy Ethereum Classic than Bacon Coin. I think you have a better chance. Gemini would be awesome, says Crypto Doug. Yeah, Gemini would also be very good. Very, very good. Those are all excellent exchanges. And I predict one day we'll be on all of them. One day next year we'll be on all of them. World Citizen says, how many ETN would one need to be considered a whale? I don't know. I think that's up for the community to decide, or for yourself. You could be like MKid and have 10,000 coins and think you're a whale. Or you could be, others that have millions. I would tend to, I'll put it this way. There are mega whales. I know there are mega whales out there that are hundreds of millions of Electroneum. Over 500 million Electroneum. All right? They have a ton of Electroneum. And there's a couple of them. And you have, I would tend to think, a high-end well would probably be in the 100 million range. So, these are people with some serious cash. Clearly not me, because if I had cash, I'd have a shave, maybe a better hat, and definitely a shirt without wrinkles. All right. So it's you can take it from there. I guess I'm more of a maybe I'm a grouper or a goldfish. You could be a shrimp. You could be like Lanzo and be a shrimp. She's a big shrimp, but she's a shrimp. No, it really it comes down to whatever you think you could purchase. But if somebody has so I would classify anybody as a serious whale. Anybody over 100 million Electroneum, I think would definitely qualify as starting at the well end. XXYY's out there. It's good to see you. XXYY saying that Korean exchange is a good one. South Korea is actually a big market in the crypto world. They absolutely are. And Probit has a reasonably good name. So it's good to see us in the Asian market, especially in Korea. They spend a lot of money on cryptocurrency. I know that they like to stick with what they know. So the more folks that get to talk about a particular project and bring it to the folks in Asia, the better off Electroneum will be. But Probit's pretty good stuff. Mr. Crypto Dog saying, "Hey Dino, we should get Mr. Bean as an influencer." Then we know we made it. I went to the Mr. Bean YouTube channel, and I saw some of the latest videos. So I was like, "Wow, he's getting old. He's really getting old." You know, you could see it in his face. You know, that guy's a smart guy. You know, at least he made some money with Mr. Bean. At least he's gonna enjoy the rest of his life, having some fun. Would you imagine that? You know, making a whole career out of a goofy character that you do. It amazes me. It amazes me, the world of fun place. Privacy coins are now being banned in Australia. Wow, I didn't read up on that. You saw that coming through? Was that on? Is that something you know because you were there? Telegraph. I know that they're not very happy about privacy coins. Governments want to be able to track. They want to be able to break down where the money's coming from. They like cryptocurrency in one way is because a lot of the ledger they can follow through. It's all recorded. It's automatic. It's a dream come true for police. The big key is attaching names to addresses and obviously privacy coins help hinder that. The fact of the matter is there will be tools that will follow even privacy coins. It'll happen. There's just no way around that. Maybe not this year, next year, but it'll happen. And a lot of regulation now is starting to talk about, keeping those types of products, away. So it's going to be frowned upon more and more as time goes by, because governments need to know what's going on. Let's see what we got here in the news. Price holds above 11,000. Bullish trend reversal on the way. Oh no, the Bitcoin turned down. Let's go to real time. No, it's still up there. 11,428. That's still pretty good. We got another hourly candle. Let's break this down into 30 minutes. Let's try 15 minutes. There we go. All right, so that's holding. That's holding. I don't know what they're talking about, but price holding over 11. Bank of Japan begin digital currency proof of concept. So Japan wants to have their own bank digital currency, huh? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen everywhere. They're saying here, this is the end for crypto criminals, and it's good riddance. So they're gonna start tracking stuff. Anything else? Yeah, it was the guy Arthur Hayes. He's kind of like disappeared. Hasn't been on Twitter. Hasn't been on Twitter. Hasn't been on posting his usual to the government. Because they know once he posts something, they'll track his ass down. They'll send in a SWAT team like they did with McAfee and collect him. Oh, jeez. Yeah, here's a Ledger. They just passed the official security audits. We were talking about Ledger, right? So it says here, Ledger just passes official security audit. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Obtained successful system and organization controls. The SOC tests. Friedman LLP. They ran the tests on the ledger and verified security to our clients, assuring that the vault solution is secured at all times and that we have the process in place to ensure availability. So that's good. It's good that they're getting some audits done. Ledger suffered a database leak several months ago, which exposed customers' information. So make sure you don't get, don't go clicking on any links sent to your email address, guys. You don't want to accidentally give away your stuff. Goldfish can get pretty big. Tell Stout says goldfish can get pretty big. Actually, I've seen some goldfish. What? 2 foot? Oh, no, I'd say at least that's about 20 inches. Yeah, I've seen some monster goldfish. They can, but it's not a whale. Far from a whale. It's still a goldfish. You guys crack me up. That's funny. Oh, what else we got here on Cointelegraph? See if there's any good news. A lot of coded. Police and thieves on their screens. Crypto Payments Network becomes 10th member. Oh, how about that? That's the Electroneum. Becomes the 10th member of the blockchain for Europe. Even that's really awesome. To be part of that association. This here is going to be big. U.S. versus China, the digital currency war. You know, the U.S. is going to have to start paying attention. You know, they're starting to get worried because I think they're starting to realize that cryptocurrency is going to be the next financial system of some type. Power to the people, right? When they say that in the 60s, power to the people. All right, and you know, they can't put the whole country in jail. Not possible. Right? This is what happens. You know, if somebody breaks the law, you got a few hundred people break the law, you can arrest them, paddywag them, or whatever. You know, you got 100 million people breaking the law. You can't put a third of the country in jail. It's not going to happen. Right? And they're going to have to deal with it. And that's basically what it comes down to. And they're going to have to find ways to integrate it and to work with it. But the problem is if they keep it from becoming part of the daily experience and regulate it to death, it's going to put them behind. And, you know, there are other countries that not only see it, but want to get ahead of it so they can get a piece of the action. I want a piece of the action. You know what I'm talking about? I need a piece of the action, Tony. Gotta hook me up, all right? I got a deal for you. So that's important. It's all good stuff. Hot stories. Let's see if anything else is. Wow, 75 exchanges have closed down. What the heck is that? Just this year. Wow, that's a lot of exchanges. 31 were shut down voluntarily, while 34 were labeled as missing in action. They just disappeared with no explanation. With your money. Be very careful, especially if you're using these small exchanges. I use TradeOgre, and they've always been very good. You know, there's no KYC or anything, but you know they don't have a whole lot of liquidity, so you can only buy or trade, you know, a couple $100 worth of coins, you know, at a time, before things start to move on you. The land slides out from underneath your feet. But you know, you're worried about some of these little. They've been good, but you know, you gotta be. There's just so many of these exchanges, and they'll put on all these wacky coins, these really far out coins that are just starting up, and things don't go right. They just shut down and disappear. Definitely never leave your never leave your crypto on those smaller exchanges. Even the larger ones take a beating. Ask KuCoin. That's just not good. Let's see. Even Bloomberg knows. Hey, Bloomberg here says even Bitcoin. Bitcoin has had a tendency of adding zeros to the price. Yeah. It keeps adding those zeros, right? Yeah, Bloomberg, rat finks. I definitely want to see the banks be modified. Here's the thing, everybody's like, oh, burn it down. You can't burn it down. It has to be a slow, gradual change. And otherwise you have destruction, and chaos is not a solution. Ask Zimbabwe how they're doing. This was a country that was the breadbasket, fed its neighboring countries with food that it had, went and confiscated all the farmland, and everybody is starving because nobody knows how to farm it correctly. You just can't have destructive change, in an overnight period. You got to have a plan. If it's the right thing to do, all right, we got to move these farmlands to new owners. You do it over a period of time. You educate, show the folks how to use the stuff. You pay the old farmer for his time and effort, and then you move it over, and you do it over a period of years, so you have success instead of starving to death. So it's the same thing with banks. It's going to happen over a period of years, 20 years or so, but it's going to happen. You're going to see all stocks will be coins that you'll be able to purchase. It'll be traded as a security token. Everything's going to get moved over to some type of cryptocurrency version. So, we'll see how it turns out. All right, Paul's out there, World Citizen. Hey, you guys have been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the evening. Thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The subscribe's the most important, but the like button always helps. Lets the algorithm know that it was worth the time and energy. And I'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.